Hi there, I'm Evangelist Matthew Lee, the Senior and Founding Pastor of Christ's Heartbeat Ministries International, which is a missions and evangelism-focused itinerant ministry based in Benoni, South Africa. Family, the COVID-19 pandemic has forced us as pastors, as church leaders, and as ministers of the gospel to venture out into previously unexplored territory in order to be able to interact with our congregation and share our Sunday message. And as a result, I've seen that many of us have turned to Facebook and YouTube Live in order to be able to do this. And these have been exceptionally powerful tools during these challenging times. And I believe that they'll continue to be powerful tools for us to use to be able to share our Sunday messages online going forward as lockdown restrictions ease, so that we can get our messages out there far and wide, and so that people who are unable to attend our services on a Sunday will be able to watch them, as well as those who want to watch the replay will be able to see them. Family, during the pandemic, I've had the privilege of being able to jump in on multiple churches' live streams, and I've seen some really good ones, some really bad ones, and a lot of stuff in between. And it's brought me to the realization that there is a great need in the body of Christ for us to gain a greater understanding of how we can increase the video and the audio quality of our live stream services in order to make them look and sound more professionally. And as a result, I've created a series of how-to videos of how we as pastors, as ministers of the gospel and church leaders can do this to significantly increase the quality of our video and audio for our live stream services. And I realized that during these times, a lot of us have financial challenges and don't want to go and spend tens of thousands of rands on expensive software and expensive equipment to make it happen. And consequently, the videos that I've released have adopted methods that we can increase the video and increase the audio quality without having to go and spend all that kind of money. I've been successfully running my own YouTube channel since 2016 and have produced over 300 videos on this channel using the absolute basics of equipment. And consequently, I've taken the knowledge that I've received over the years and combined it with research that I've more recently done in order to be able to put these videos together. The video series consists of two parts. The first part discusses how we can use our cell phone and a couple of basic cheap pieces of equipment to increase the quality of the audio and the video of our live stream. And the second part, which is the part that you're watching right now, discusses how we can take what we've learned in part one and extend on it in order to be able to give our live streams that cutting edge, to be able to include things like lyrics, scriptures, graphics, videos, and all these kinds of things in our live stream. And the beautiful thing is, in order to keep it cost effective, the programs that we've utilized in these how-to videos are absolutely free. Family, I'd just like to take this opportunity to officially welcome you to part 2 of our how-to video series, Church Live Streaming, Going Pro Without Having to Cough Up the Dough. This video series is the first project of Christ's Heartbeat Ministries International latest daughter ministry, Ekwipt, which is all about making ministry easy. We're very excited to be able to share this video series with you, and we trust that it's going to be a blessing to you and an encouragement to you, and that it's going to give you some valuable insight into how you can live stream your church service. As I've said, this is a 2-part video series, and you're currently watching part 2 of the series. And if you have not yet watched part 1, I'd like to ask you to please stop what you're doing right now, stop this video, and go back and watch part 1. In part 1, I discuss how we can make use of our cell phone and a couple of basic pieces of cheap equipment in order to significantly increase the quality of our video and our audio for our church live streaming. And you're going to need this information going forward for watching part 2. So if you haven't watched part 1 yet, please go and watch that before continuing with part 2. So we're now in part 2 of this how-to video, and this is now section 1, where I'm basically just going to briefly introduce you to what we're going to be discussing during the course of this video, and we're going to go on. This video has a total of 9 sections, and I do understand that it is quite a lengthy video. However, we've done it this way to ensure that this video is as in-depth and as comprehensive as possible, but also simple enough for anybody to be able to understand, whether they're tech savvy or not, so that everybody can have a fair opportunity to be able to learn the information that I'm teaching in these how-to videos. So this is section 1 that we're in now. I want to encourage you to look in the description of this video. If you look in the description of this video, you will see the various sections and the timestamps for those sections. So if you want to jump to a specific section, please just follow the timestamp guidelines to be able to do it. So in section 1, I'm just introducing you to the stuff. In section 2, we're going to be speaking about the various pieces of equipment that you're going to need to make use of for your live stream. And the thing in this video is I try to give you as much of a variety and as much of a diversity in terms of equipment as possible, so that you can find what works best for you and use it, or find what you already have and utilize it. In section 3 of the video, we're going to be speaking about how we can set up our video and our audio feed. In other words, to take all of the equipment that I'm going to speak about in section 2 and combine it, connect it all up. That's what I'm going to be teaching in part 3. And in part 4, I'm going to be introducing you to our first free program, which is called Video Som. That is the program that we're going to be using to run our entire church service, the projectors, the in-service projector screens, as well as what the people on our live stream are going to be seeing. In section 5, I'm going to teach you how to set up the various elements and an agenda and all these kinds of things in Video Som, so that you can use Video Som, like I said, to run your service, as well as to run all your scriptures, lyrics, graphics, and all these kinds of things on your live stream. In section 6, we're going to be discussing the second free program that we're going to be using, which is OBS Studio. And that is basically going to be the program that we're going to use to send the video and audio signals from our computer to Facebook Live. In part 7, I'm going to show you how to get ready to go live. In other words, how to set everything up to officially go live on Facebook to be able to share your message with the Facebook audience. In part 8, we're going to do an extensive live demonstration of a church service where I will be explaining to you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, when I'm doing it, while the church service is running. And in part 9, I'm going to teach you how you can utilize the system that we've implemented here, and how we can take it and literally pre-record sections for our services like church news, or alternatively even pre-record an entire church service and upload it as a live stream, even though it's pre-recorded, but more about that later. So I'd like to encourage you to please stick around for the entirety of this video. I believe that you will be able to take something interesting and something new from each section of this video. And like I said, if you're looking for something specific, please once again look in the description of this video where the different sections are laid out, as well as the timestamps for that, so you can jump to the necessary sections. Family, the system that we've developed and put together for this how-to video is not the be-all and end-all of live streaming. I realize that there are other programs, other systems, other ways of doing it. However, the reason we've done it this way is to give you a basic knowledge, a basic foundation of how you can do these things, and you can go and chop and change and add whatever you like. If you've already got software that does it better, by all means, go ahead and utilize that software. If you've got other camera sources or other ways of connecting up your audio, by all means, go ahead and do that. Like I said, this is just to give you a basic knowledge and a foundation, and from there, you can literally take the system that we've developed and make it your own, adopt it, adapt it, and make it your own. Thank you, family. The how-to video is just about to start, so I'd like to encourage you to sit back, relax, grab your notepad and pen, and get ready to receive all the information that we're going to teach you in this video series. Thank you.